Hello, this is the American Bald Eagle podcast. Hello to all our friends out there. Anyway, we'd like to touch base with some information for you. For all your motorcycle needs, Harley Davidson at Henderson Harley at 1010 Warren Springs Road, Henderson, Nevada. Phone number is 702-456-1666. For all your brand new Harley Davidson and used motorcycle needs, all your parts, service, clothing, or whatever Harley Davidson memorabilia you would like. They also give a Harley Davidson, they give a motorcycle endorsement course for the state of Nevada. You go down there and you take the course. If you pass it, you'll get a certificate. You go to motor vehicle in Nevada and you'll be able to get your motorcycle endorsement right on your driver's license. Okay, don't forget to reach out to them. They will take care of you. And also, we have our Joey's New York Pizza at 11165 Southeastern Avenue in Henderson, Nevada. Phone number is 702-566-1500. Authentic Brooklyn pizza. Yes, and they also have other Italian specialties there. Anyway, for all your pizza needs and your Italian specialties, get a hold of Joey's New York Pizza. That's right from Brooklyn, New York. Okay, thank you. Take care.
Yeah, so what was it?
Why don't we say hello to everybody? Hello out there. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, American Bald-Headed Eagle.
Hola.
Hola.
So what's going on?
Well, as we can see, California's on fire again. It's really bad this time. There was I don't know if it was a firefighter but about a year ago on Joe Rogan, this fire expert, he was that every year, like they get very lucky, meaning because of the wind.
Yeah, they haven't cleaned the other shit up either.
Oh, that's a whole other problem.
That's why they got so much damage.
We're gonna get into that. That's a we're gonna get into. But what happened this time around? Because the firefighter or the fire expert was like, what's gonna happen eventually is the wind's gonna blow towards all the cities, and there ain't gonna be a damn thing we can fucking do. And
that definitely happened.
That's exactly what happened, and this was only like a fucking year ago. Like they talked about it.
The important thing was he was warning because he wanted them to start cleaning up the stuff so it doesn't spread as fast. They don't clean that down trees and branches and all that stuff.
Brush, all that
they
brush.
Call it duff. Yeah. They don't clean it up. That's what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And I remember
he warned them. They didn't do nothing about it.
No, they didn't. I remember when Eric and I deployed, the unit I was with. I talked to some guys in the platoon, and that's where I found that unique. I said, so like, I told him, I said, I'm from Maine, man. Like, I'm just out of curiosity. Like, we have a lot of trees and such. You know, not obviously we're not as big of a state as California, but I said we're a heavily wooded state. Why is it that you guys seem to have far more wildfires than states like us? And he said, yeah, it's because they don't clean up that brush on the fucking ground because they for environmental purposes. I said, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hot tinder.
Yeah, they'd rather spend the money on every other useless thing.
And then there's that lake or that river that flows from fucking Canada all the way down, and I guess they were saying they could divert it into going into California, and California is like, no, we can't do that. We have to protect those
fish.
What's smelt fish? I forgot.
I don't know what they are.
Yeah, Delta.
I don't know.
Delta smolt.
Yeah, those little Delta smolt, little minnow fish fucking things.
Yeah, so they dump the water into the Pacific, and then they don't dump it into the lakes or dry beds, so they can fill them up with water for the fire protection.
So why don't they
got nothing?
So why don't the hatchery just fucking like collect those fish and put them into endangered habitat?
Right.
Because they're stupid.
Yeah, no shit.
That'd be like using your head.
Fucking assholes.
So they blow millions of dollars. They cut the budget to $100 million for fire protection. And this is what happens. He just did that about 2 weeks before this happened, too.
There's no water. There's no water in the fire pumps.
No, the fire hydrants.
And the wind fucking blew towards all the fucking cities, and now it's a gigantic disaster.
Well,
12,000 structures so far.
Yeah.
How many dead, missing,
18,
and injured?
I think it's 18
24.
dead and 13.
So
18
right now,
dead and 13. Oh, 24 dead and 13 missing.
24 is dead. Yeah, 24 dead missing? Now. I'm not sure about missing, but there's over 100,000 residents that are under evacuation orders right now.
Yeah, or out of their house. Yeah, they're gonna find more probably. Dead later.
I thought I heard a higher number. I thought I heard 28.
Well, they change it every once in a while, but
I think
good.
They're going to be sending in the cadaver dogs soon.
Yeah, they should send him to the cadaver.
Well, you know what? They're I guess they sent in 2,500 California National Guard already.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Right.
Everybody's deploying their people here. You know, whether it be like firefighters or firefighters from other, whatever.
Yeah, probably out of state people sending them help. They have 2,800 of their own firefighters or something.
Nevada, we sent our own people also.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
our own
crazy.
Firefighters. And then they probably got the, what was it? They probably got the convicts out there fighting the fires too, I'm guessing.
They do, yeah. You know what? My friend who went to, he was in a juvenile fire camp, whatever it was. And and he made money while he was in juvenile hall, man. And he came out with a couple $1,000s. So I was like, all right, good for him. You know?
They paid him, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, they pay him.
Well, I hope this gets rid of Newsom, but it probably won't.
Well, I guess there's 2 recalls that are trying to take place right now. The one gaining steam is for Karen Bass, the mayor. Right. And then I guess Newsom, that one's not really, gaining too much steam right this second. I don't think he'll be voted out. I don't think it's just the last time they did it was Gray
Davis?
They
had him the last time, then they put him back in.
Yeah, he'll be okay. Yeah, unfortunately.
He'll skate by again, piece of crap.
Yeah.
Liar. He's such a liar.
It's like you see
he's living in a $12 million house. I don't know how he does that because he only makes about how much a year? You know what I mean? It ain't that close.
Insider
100,000 or whatever.
Yeah. Insider trading, cough.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
They're trying to change that.
Good.
Yeah, change him out of the damn position. That's what they should do.
All I know is it's like if you vote a certain way, and not only are you getting bad results, not only are you not getting results, you're getting bad results. Why do you keep voting a certain way?
Well, they're going to start waking up now. They're going to lose a lot of people now, but he ain't going to be doing shit later. Guy.
Or people vote for policies and they fuck their own states up so bad they move out of their state into the rest of our states, and then they continue to fucking
try to change it here. Yeah,
and then they keep voting the same way they did before in all of our states. And then our states become more and more fucked because of those people. It's like, I don't know, man. I guess it's called cognitive dissonance or some bullshit. The whole thing's a goddamn mess.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I'd like to know where all those people are going, too.
Yeah, where are they going?
Moving in with relatives, going to hotels. What are they doing?
It's sad. Those poor people.
Yeah, it is a shame. They lost everything they got. Well, at least you got your life if you live, but you can't get any of the memories back. They're gone, burnt up.
They lost everything. Those poor people.
Yeah. A lot of them, the damn insurance companies cut the insurance before that fire happened too. So a lot of people don't even have insurance.
Oh, that's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't protect them for fire protection, so they lost everything. Some people.
What a fucking...
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Still going
money.
on. What? Yeah. Still got 7 fires going or 3?
It's not.
Something?
That shit ain't contained. It's like that guy
I think it's
told
12 or 15% contained.
So right now the Palisades fire, it's 11% contained, and the Eden fire is 27%.
That's nothing.
According to Reuters.
And it's still getting windy.
70 miles an hour next 3 days, right?
70 Miles.
Yeah.
Crazy.
God damn.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
That fucking luck ran out with those the wind. The wind it was finally
they kept on telling them
the perfect recipe for disaster. The winds finally blew into where the heavily populated cities are at, man. It's just a complete train wreck.
Built up. They didn't remove all that stuff. Oh, what are you gonna do? They think that someone was arson, or some of the homeless people did it, or some people were setting fires. A little of everything.
There's a lot of speculate. Like the two like for instance, a couple of conspiracies that one is like these. There are these guys, regular common folk like us, that they purposely set the fires in retaliation against the pedophile ring in Hollywood. And then the other floating around is like the one where the rich people, what they allegedly did in Hawaii over in Maui, and allegedly had fires set so that they can buy up all the land cheap.
Yeah, from all some different housing up. Yeah, right.
So and then you were hearing about fucking hobos starting fire. Right. There's a lot of shit and fucking speculated, but it definitely looks like it's going to be arson. Unfortunately, that's what
a lot of it. Yeah,
California's their officials have been along with that theme so far. So who the fuck knows?
I guess all they need now is an earthquake.
Yeah,
another one.
So it can sink it all down underneath the ground. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they got no water, but they got a whole goddamn how many miles of freaking ocean they got? They could have been desalinating water. They got no problem. They're diverting water to dump into the ocean instead of putting it where it should be.
That is insane.
No fire hydrants. You go up to the fire hydrant, you ain't water. Give me a break.
Well, like that blue collar comedy special, fucking you can't fix stupid.
Well, Musk was saying that, it's not that expensive to do that. He claims there's a way to do it. They just don't want to do it.
You talk about desalinating the water?
Yeah, there's a cheaper way.
It's an expensive process, but they can do it. Put it this way. Is it going to kill lives, or are you going to spend some money that you're pissing away somewhere else?
Right.
Well, that's a whole
illegal immigrants, all this other crap they're giving away. And they could be doing stuff to protect people who are paying taxes.
With desalination, because they do it. Like for instance, it's big over in Israel. It's big over in Kuwait. Right. They desalinate there. But now the whole when it comes to potable drinking water, that astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, he did bring up a good point. He said one of the many reasons why they don't set up desalination plants in California is because it's actually cheaper to fucking import the water from to get your drinking water. Yeah.
Yeah. So where is it?
It's I'm not talking about for emergency purposes.
No, I know.
I'm talking about. I said for potable drinking water. What you're talking about, that's different. That's the river over that comes from fucking Canada.
I'm talking about two things. I'm talking about desalinating the ocean.
Well,
and then the other one, they can divert that water back to where it should be.
Well, the desalinating, I would love to see desalination plants. They are expensive they are expensive to build, but the good part is that does create a lot of construction jobs, and then it creates a lot of jobs to run those facilities.
And also, wouldn't have made $500 billion worth of destruction in fire.
No, that's cheaper. No. That has to do with the fucking river. Meaning, watch. The desalination plant I'm talking about for potable water, but like
I know. I'm talking about the whole thing.
Like we just talked about, it's cheaper to get drinking water from fucking Fiji. What the other?
I don't care about all that, Jake. I'm talking about just use the ocean to desalinate the water. Screw what they're going to get. They didn't get it, did they? It might have been cheaper if nobody bought it.
No, watch the fucking. The fire department's not having water. It has nothing to do with potable water. It has to do is they won't create and divert a fucking river that goes into the Pacific Ocean. They won't divert it or to divert it to go on land or through California.
Right. Yeah,
what I'm saying is
because they don't want it to the delta smell. Well, the fish.
Yeah,
which I'm pretty sure that's going to be going away here shortly.
Yeah, those are two separate issues.
Yeah. But the desalination, isn't there a reason why we're not dumping salt water on everything? I'm pretty sure there's a reason.
Yeah, because it kills everything.
Yeah, that's why they don't do it.
When I talk about desalination, I'm not talking about just drinking water. I'm talking about for the fact of having water for whatever you need it for. Well, you can't just dump salt water on everywhere; it'll kill everything.
You would think you would.
You got to desalinate the water. If you got a whole ocean over there, what the hell are you doing? It's expensive, but it's more expensive for people to lose their property in it and lives.
I've always been a proponent for desalination plants, but in matter of fact, it'd be meaning for water for fire departments and stuff to build that fucking diverted river in through California. That would be. Right. Exactly. That would be a start, and it would be a very not only a process, but it would be a much simpler, less effort involved solution that would solve a lot of their.
Well, that ain't going to be cheap either, but at least they can.
It's not cheap. It's not cheap. It's a lot.
Put it this way:
it's a lot cheaper than building a desalination.
Yeah, we're selling our water to California. Where's that water going? Huh?
Yeah.
It's going to the home. That's where it's going.
Well, did you see the warning?
Goddamn water.
Yeah, the point is the point is the diverting that river it's a very important start. It's very important.
Definitely.
Right.
They need it.
Absolutely. The reason
we need it. Shit.
Well, yeah. The problem is because of the water compact agreement. So like. California has the right.
I know why. I know they were all in on the deal in the beginning.
A majority of the water. So now, to answer, you were wondering where most of that water it goes to agriculture for their fuck. And yes, that's another example of why aren't we pulling the water in from the river or from the Pacific Ocean so that California can it would solve a lot of issues, no doubt.
So they just make big, major reverse osmosis plants. That's it.
I heard about that. Didn't Elon? Isn't that's Elon's thing, ain't it?
I'm not sure. I know he has a couple of things planned.
Yeah, I heard about that. It's a very interesting idea.
Yeah, it definitely is.
More efficient, cheaper solution because desalination is expensive, very expensive.
Yeah, But I thought he said there's a way to do it that's a lot cheaper.
Right, and probably more efficient, yeah.
Yeah, and you'd think that they'd want to do that with just ocean water and then just use that for just gray water. City water, bullshit, whatever. Fill those fucking reservoirs.
Yeah, because those people have nothing, man, when it comes to water.
Dude, their bones dry, man. It's like...
They don't have anything.
It's insane, especially when what was it? The atmospheric river.
Yeah, and the Colorado's becoming fucked.
I don't know. What do you do?
Well, anyways, I guess Russ.
What?
Thought you were falling asleep there.
I ain't falling asleep. Talk about the same shit in circles. So
yeah,
that covers that.
Yeah, I think that. But yeah, the people in California are in our thoughts, and we wish them well in these trying times. It's really sad. So,
I mean, they got kids. They lost. The schools were burnt down.
No.
They got to haul them a long distance now to get an education. It's a mess.
Yeah.
It is
a real mess. Unless they're gonna set some online stuff, but online to what? They have no house.
I know.
You know, they're gonna have to have centers or something to go to some buildings somewhere or whatever. I don't know.
Or homeschooled or something.
Gavin doesn't think an echo crap though.
No.
He just walks around like nothing's going on with his hair slicked back, and he's so full of crap and lied through his teeth. He doesn't give a shit. But if it was his place that was burning down, it'd be a whole different story then.
Maybe we should tell them that they're illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll help them.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well,
all right.
Anyways, I guess we'll migrate on to
hopefully they'll get this stuff out. They're still fighting it, so I guess we can only wait and see what happens.
Well, anyways, so the other day, Russ and I, because we're both a part of the Cycle Club of America.
Mm-hmm.
I have an '87 Yamaha, so it's considered an antique, but you don't actually have to. You don't have to have a bike. You don't have to have an antique to join the club, but most of us do have bikes, anyways. So, but anyway, what are we? Chapter 75, Russ?
Yeah, Russ? 75, Las Vegas, Nevada. In other words,
nice.
American. Yeah.
So we got
Motorcycle of America, Las Vegas, Chapter 75.
Yeah, it's we get to do some cool things like what you call it. If anybody's ever interested in joining, like we just did a project. So we're building a 1950.
They're restoring.
Yeah, you're right. We're rebuilding. We're restoring a 1950, 51.
Either 50 or 51. I can't remember which one.
I think it's a 50. And anyway, it's an old Ariel, which is an old British motorcycle. So we've been rebuilding that.
Is that you and your father, or is that you and the chapter you belong to?
All of us that want to go there to the work party. That's in that club.
Nice.
Yeah, we go to the
most of the people are in their 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All different ages, but Jake's probably one of the youngest guys in there.
This new guy, what you call?
They know their stuff. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they do. We just got this new guy. He's like middle aged.
Yeah, he's in his 40s.
Yeah, so the good part is we're starting to get some more members. Yeah, no, a lot of elder folk, and they're
still riding too.
They're still riding. They're still building,
and they all own antique motorcycles. They have more than one of them.
They know what they're doing. I mean, so we've been helping. Like, I was. What was I doing? I was working on the brake pads and the bearings for the front and rear wheels. So, we found the pieces, the nuts and bolts, because a lot of the time,
they get parts from all over the world. They have to send away for them. They locate them on a computer, and then they buy them, and it takes a while to come, and they get them.
Yeah, usually they come off the slow boat from England.
Used parts.
Yeah, usually order them off the slow boat from England, and hopefully they're still got. If they don't, we have to improvise and fashion together some of our own stuff. We got the tools and the machine shops at the president's house to improvise, which is pretty cool. They're handy. So
very cool.
Well, if anybody's interested in joining this organization, you can find it on the internet. The American Antique Motorcycle Association National, and then once you join National, then you can join the one that's in your area, wherever that is, your local chapter. And everybody gets together. They go on rides. We meet once a month and have a club meeting. And the one in Las Vegas, we have it in the Blueberry Hill Diner, once a month. And then we just had a annual picnic over at Roy Lamb Park, or whatever that was. It Roy Lamb Park, Jake?
Floyd
Lamb Park, yeah,
nice.
In Nevada.
You guys all made dishes,
your dues pays for that, all that. Your dues is $25 for the chapter, $45 for the national fee annually, and then your dues pays for the picnic and whatever they do. They had, like on this work party that we had, they buy pizza. Everybody gets fed. It doesn't cost you nothing.
It was a cool. This was my first one. What was it? This was my first. What was it? Tail I was on.
Okay.
This is Russ's second, and it was a really cool learning experience. Like at the end, I got to help put the brake shoes on, and that was a gigantic pain in the ass. we had putting them on the plate. You take both shoes, and then you got the spring, and you gotta basically spread them out so that it stretches the spring out and it gets around the other parts, and then they're lying flat. So we had there's a tool for it, and at the time we only had the one for the car. So like I had to stick one end in the rivet, and then the other end, it gets hooked to the spring to stretch it out to get them in position. And then at the end of the day, when we were all done, they finally found the one that was for motorcycles when we were already done. Yeah, it was a really cool learning experience. And then we also got we also get to go to the Mecum auction. If I remember correctly, this is how either the Vegas chapter or the how National founded to begin with, because of the Mecum motorcycle auction they do every year down at the South Point Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes. Very nice.
Our president, Pigpen, he gave everybody that's covering advisor passes free of charge. So they got us down as advisors. So
no, they get paid to do that, and those passes come with it. The chapter gets about $8,000 to go and do the work for the national auction in Mecum is the one that's giving the auction. So they actually hire them to do that.
Right.
So the passes come with it, because you need to have a pass to get in there.
Yeah.
There's about 15. I don't know. Is it 1,500 motorcycles that are going to be there on auction or something like that? All antiques.
There's going to be a lot.
Okay. 4-day event.
So we got to man the booth, and then we also got to move the motorcycles around, transport them into the facility, transport them out,
park them,
park them, and all of that stuff. And so
sounds like work.
So that's January 28th, 29th, 30th, and February 1st. Starts on a Wednesday.
I'm looking forward to. I've never been to the event before.
They do it every year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to attend it and to volunteer to help out and see some.
We volunteer. We don't get paid. The chapter does, but we volunteer to do it. It's pretty neat. It's gonna be nice to see all those antique motorcycles.
To see some cool classics.
Way back to the 20s, they got friggin'
it's gonna be really
Triumphs, cool. BSAs. They got everything.
Damn, okay.
I guess they've been doing it for a year. Every year it does that over at South Point. So we only found out about because we just joined this club.
I see the name. I see the name all the time. But I guess I was going to ask you what's the minimum bid? But I guess if you guys don't know, then you don't know. So.
We don't know. I guess it depends on the motorcycle.
Yeah, right.
Yes, that's a good question. I can't answer it at this time, but and then also Henderson. It was kind of funny. Like Harley was doing a special event, and they were offering like the first, so many number of people that came to the event, Mecum passes, and free of charge. And then we were telling the general manager, we were like, "Oh, we're already getting them for the that we're in." That's funny. Coinky dink. It's pretty cool. Like one of my teachers, he's a part of a classic car rebuild club, and then I'm with the motorcycle one. It's cool because those classics you could work on. You could work on them. Shit wasn't like computers and fucking sensors and all that horse shit.
Right. Okay.
So that's I enjoy it. Well, anyways, I guess.
And then the next thing. So I guess they finally settled the Trump thing, but he has no conviction, no probation, no what is the damn word they're looking for? There's no restrictions or whatever. In other words, nothing happened, but he's still a felon. So now he's going to be appealing that to the higher courts to try to get that abolished off his record, because the whole goddamn case was a farce. It was all done illegally, all against the Constitution. So I'm sure they'll probably finally end it. So.
Yeah, the way now it's to me a lot those trials that were used against him, and I'm not even being political about this. I'm leaving the politics out of it. It's just this through my observation, like a lot of these trials that were put forth against him, like really fucked up and bogus.
Just political, period.
Bogus bullshit fucking charges, like against a political opponent. Like here's the thing:
to stop him from becoming president, but it didn't work.
The reason why, I'll tell you the two things that I noticed. The reason why it looked like a lot of bullshit is because remember when this stuff first started, even the mainstream media was straight up like this don't seem right. This is wrong. And when the mainstream media is saying that to Trump's defense, like something's fucking up. And then and then people from around the world, other countries were like, this is like a kangaroo court. This don't look right.
As soon as he decided to go for president, they come up with this crap.
Yeah, to me it was the whole thing was just very sketchy, because it looks like, somebody stacking the deck against their adversary in legal court. It just, whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, it's just wrong. It's just wrong, quite frankly.
The only problem is that when they didn't bank on one thing. When they come up with all this bogus shit, the only thing they didn't bank on was what? The American people knew it was bullshit and voted him in as president, because they know they're lying. They said they had enough of this crap and they voted him in, and now that's the way it is. So that's the way it should be.
No, the American, it just...
They spoke. The people spoke.
It enraged
more power to the pipples.
Woof, woof,
the pipples unspoken.
Woof, woof.
No, really.
The American people, I guess, the American people spoke and were fed up with the bullshit, and we all voted in what we felt. I guess we voted what we felt was right.
Was the truth. He don't deserve to get screwed. And you know what? It's really a sad day when they got to turn and try to destroy a person's reputation. And it's all a bunch of lies. And nothing ever happens to those people. Nothing ever happens to the people that do that kind of crap.
It's completely...
It ain't right.
For somebody to go after their political opponent like that is just unconstitutional, completely unethical. And
if they can do it to him, they can do it to any one of us.
This is why... This is precisely... This is... Others were against that type of nonsense. Because it's just... And, I'm not talking about... and I'm not even talking about this person's a Democrat, this person's a Republican. That should not be a tool to be used against your adversaries.
They disregarded the Constitution and the law themselves. And they're the ones that are supposed to uphold the law, and they disregarded everything. And this is what happens. Hopefully that appeal is going to straighten it out for them.
Our elected representatives are supposed to hold themselves to a higher standard above the rest of us.
Yeah, they're lower than criminals and people.
They abuse the power, the authority that they're given, regardless across the aisle, and it's just, the matter of fact, a similar thing happened with in history before all the water. The same thing happened with Nixon. There were these charges against him during the election, one of his elections, and it's the same thing. It ended up backfiring, and it actually boosted his poll numbers.
Yeah, well, he got caught doing what a lot of other people did anyway. And it did get him out of office. He resigned.
I'm talking about something else.
But anyway. He got caught. They got caught.
Yeah, well, yeah. He got that. That's a whole other. But yeah, the what you call it? It's funny too. I remember he wrote a biography or an autobiography. He even put in there was funny. I didn't do anything that JFK didn't do.
Right.
Matter of fact, did you know that? A matter of fact, before JFK was assassinated, they actually were friends. They got along. They were political rivals, but later on they respect one another.
Well, there was more politicians than them two that did some seedy crap, so they just got caught. That's all. He just got caught. It's not right, but they do it. Look what they're doing today. They're almost worse than what them guys did, for Christ's sake. They're still whining about it. They're still trying to get Trump screwed.
The politicians nowadays are a bunch of goddamn backstabbing fucking traitors.
Yeah. No honor. There's no honor. No morals.
They sold this country out to the fucking Chinese. Our technology, our secrets, these fucking bastards. That's right.
Spies,
labor,
for money.
It's goddamn espionage and treason.
It is. That's why Trump wants, a new deal in Greenland.
Yeah. Oh boy, he's going to be cleaning house. I can't wait. Boy, what is it? A week away now or something?
Yeah, we're about
a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
God, or something like that.
What was it? Joey was saying inauguration day is going to Luther King Day. Is that true?
Yeah. His holiday's on the 20th.
Yeah.
Right.
That's Monday. Next Monday, I think. Not this Monday, next Monday. And then the other story is that, anyway, I guess they laid Jimmy Carter to rest. So,
yep.
Nothing was ever mentioned at all about the stuff that we talked about on the last podcast. Nothing. I can't believe it. It's one of the number one things the guy did. I mean, what the hell are they talking about?
Nothing.
Yeah, that wasn't right.
Shame. Really. They should have brought that up. Nobody ever said anything about it.
Yeah, that was fun.
But anyway, he's laid at rest now, so that's the end of that.
He's at peace.
Joey Biden boy's just wallowing in bullshit. That fucking clown.
Yep, Jimmy's at peace.
So
Joe Biden.
Anyway, what else?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Stop by our social media platforms. We're on Facebook. We have a page there. We're also on X. We have an Instagram, a Threads page, LinkedIn, Blogger, Tumblr, Mastodon, and YouTube. Thanks again for all of your continued support.